What up, world? It's your boss, International Zoe. I'm here in Medellin, Colombia. I'm with Aaron from Black MenTravels with an S. You gotta get it spelled right if you want to find it.
That's very true, very true.
How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing wonderful, bro. I'm doing excelente, muy excelente.
Good. And he's working on the Spanish.
There you go.
Where are you from originally?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL, baby.
ATL, definitely. When I'm out traveling, I definitely bump into a lot of brothers from Atlanta, New York, and Chicago. It seems like those are the brothers I bump into abroad a lot.
DC too, right?
DC too,
cats,
yeah,
DC cats.
cats
And Cali.
Too.
Cali be out here, they be out here heavy.
You're right. I just met a couple of dudes from the West Coast, Cali. What inspired you to travel?
Okay, what inspired me to travel?
Yeah, because I guess that's kind of where it starts.
Man, what really inspired me to travel was the brother, rest in peace, Charles Tyler.
Okay.
Charles Tyler really inspired me. I was watching his videos about Brazil, and it came at a really good time in my life where it was so much stuff going on in the States. I was looking for a solution while everybody else I felt like was just talking about the problem over and over again. I'm telling brothers like, okay, what's the solution? As men, we gotta focus on the solution, not just the problem. Right. And you know, and we all know the issues that we have in America, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why we travel so much. But
okay,
yeah, Charles Tyler.
You're referring to the issues with our sisters, relationships with our sisters, or?
Well, you know what? At that point, believe it or not, I had been some tough relationships already, but more so just the judicial system, man. Just just all the types of issues. You know, the media, like everything is blamed. I don't care what go wrong in the States, it's gonna be blamed on the black man somehow, some way. As far as relationships though, yeah, man, I had been kind of just threw in the towel when it came to relationships, man. In America, I'm not even gonna front. Like even before, you know, I started traveling, I had already gave up. You know,
right.
So American women. You know what I mean?
So you said Charles Tyler was your inspiration. I never got a chance to meet the brother, but I heard a lot about the brother. I've seen some of the brother's videos, and mainly it was on Brazil, the Rio de Janeiro.
Right.
So is that inspired you to get your passport, or had you already had your passport?
That inspired me to get my passport.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what year was that you got your passport?
I got my passport in 2016.
2016. Okay, now you get your passport. What's your first place you traveled to?
First place I went to was Brazil, man, and I'm telling you, bro, when I first told people I was going to Brazil, my barber, my family, everybody was just like, don't go there. They're gonna kidnap you. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna rob you. Because the only thing we don't know a lot about Brazil. You know, Colombia, everybody just knows Pablo Escobar, right? Coffee, Pablo Escobar, beautiful women. But Brazil's like foreign. Nobody really knew about it besides the City of God movie. So people would think about the City of God movie and be like, okay, you don't want to go there.
Right.
So yeah, man. But yeah,
And that was showing the worst of the worst conditions in that movie.
Worst of the worst conditions. And I actually went to that. We've been there for so yes.
So 2016, you get your passport, you go to Brazil. Did you go alone or did you go with friends?
See, this is the fun thing. When I first planned this trip, it was probably about 6 months out. 6 months out, I had about 7 brothers that was gonna go with me. All right, 5 months out, I had about 5 brothers that was gonna go with me. 3 months out, maybe 4. 2 weeks before the trip, it was like 3. Then the day of, it was just me. You know, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I understand.
Yeah, so I went solo, not intentionally, but I went solo, man. But thanks to social media, shout out to the Black Man's Option, I was able to link up with some brothers like Charles, Alan Harper, and stuff like that. So
when you went, did you go during a festivity like Carnival, or did you go, what time?
I went during my birthday.
Your birthday?
Yeah.
What month was that?
June.
In June.
Yeah.
How was the weather in June? I never been there.
It was a little chilly because they summer's our winter or something.
Right.
So it was a little chilly, but still comfortable.
So you still went on the beach and everything? Got in the water? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I got in the water, man, because I'm a swimmer.
Okay.
And You can't swim in the ocean in Brazil, bro. Them waves just toss you round and round.
I got knocked down, lost my glasses and everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't even intend to get underneath the water. I was just kind of wading in the water.
That's American water. Not playing no games. It's not like the DR. You just coasting the nah.
So, what impression did Brazil make on you on that first trip?
Okay, my first impression in Brazil, bro. Luckily, I met our brother Alan Harper in the airport, and I met a beautiful Brazilian American woman in the airport. So when I first touched down, you know, of course I was a little nervous, because this is my first real trip out the country, so I was a little nervous. But I kind of coasted through the airport, and I was with Alan. But on the taxi ride from the airport to the Airbnb, I was like, man, I messed up.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, man, I messed up. I was looking around like, man, it's like the 1970s out here, man. You know, I was just like, oh man, what am I doing out here, bro? I feel like I'm just, you know, opposite side of the world, planet. Don't nobody speak English. You know, I was just like, whoa, I messed up. But like, I started getting adjusted, start getting adjusted, and I had the best time of my life.
And you stayed in Rio de Janeiro, in Copacabana?
Right on the beach, yeah. And it was right beside the famous club. I did not know, but everybody was like, man, you do where you were staying at. I said, bro, how am I know? But it was like right beside.
Club Help?
Maps.
Okay,
Yeah,
the restaurant, yeah.
Yep.
That, I call it Ground Zero.
Yeah.
Where the night starts at.
And I had no idea what I was getting into, bro. I had nothing about it, nothing.
I stayed in that right up the block from Mavs my first time too, and I didn't know anything about Mavs.
Right.
I started right in that block.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of that block, and I didn't know about Mavs. Someone on the beach, a brother on that, worked on the beach that sells the caipirinhas and the umbrellas and the chairs.
Right.
He said, "Oh, when you start your night, you go right there." He told me actually, which is interesting and fun and feeling like, wow, I hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Because for those that don't know, Mavs is like maybe rumors or something like that, where you're gonna see a lot of expats and visitors, Americans mostly, sit there, and you'll be able to get information from these guys, people who've been around. So it's really a place to get information and start your night.
Exactly.
I would say, you know, if you don't know anything, don't know what points to go with, start at Mavs. You're gonna meet some brothers. Every time I met some cool brothers that took me places that I didn't know anything about, told me about clubs, told me about areas, connected me to tour guides, and the whole nine. You can get that right there at Mavs.
Exactly.
So, you go to Rio de Janeiro, 2016. You're impressed, you're blown away. What happens then? Do you start traveling more, or you go back to Rio de Janeiro?
I started traveling more. I go to DR. I go to DR a whole lot.
Is it because
Yeah.
the convenience?
It was really because of the convenience. You know, the ticket prices were cheaper. Your money goes pretty far in DR, and I just fell in love with the Dominican Republic, man. You know, but Brazil is my first heart though. It was just the tickets and the distance. I don't really like flying like that. I'm more of a seaman type guy, so yeah, that's pretty much what it was. But Brazil, man, really changed my life though, because I was out there for like almost a month. And
wow.
It really changed my life, bro.
How many times have you been back to Brazil since 2016?
I haven't been back since then.
No?
I haven't been back since then, man.
You talk about it like it made that much impression on you.
Yeah.
Because you talk about it like it is your first love, and that you would be back. So what's your next trip back?
My next trip back is probably going to be, what's the date? Probably in March.
In March, okay.
No, February,
next month?
March, April. Probably in April. See, what I decided to do was I really wanted to lock down Spanish. Right. So I said, if I give myself a good solid 6 months in Colombia, I'm going to have Spanish mastered. Right. At least be conversational. And then I can go from Spanish, and then at least it'll be easier time to get to Portuguese. Because my goal was to get, you know, conversational in Spanish and Portuguese within this year.
Mine too.
Yeah.
So How many times have you been to Colombia? We're here in Colombia now, and you're going to be staying here for quite some time.
Right.
What brought you to Colombia? How many times you've been here, and how long are you going to stay?
But this is my second time in Colombia. First time was around Halloween. Came out here. It was supposed to be for 1 week, and I extended it to 2 more weeks. So it was like 3 weeks. My first time. I went to America, sold my house, and shot down here.
You sold your house.
Yeah.
I sometimes hear that story. You know, what inspired you to sell your house and give up your foundation in America? Were you that sure that you were going to be like, I'm not coming back here, I want to cut my ties as far as a heavy bill of responsibility?
You know, when I came back the second time, it was 2 things really. One, I had somewhat of an epiphany, right? Like, my grandfather raised me. So he was like my father figure basically.
Right.
And I'm not gonna say it was a vision or something, but in my heart, it was like something telling me I was doing the right thing. I kind of prayed to him, prayed about it, and I said, okay, I think I'm going the right direction with my life, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was pretty miserable in the States. I'm just gonna be straight up.
Right.
Not on the depressive, nothing like that, but it was just same thing, same motions, circle. It's like, you start getting, older, you just start seeing like a similar circles every year, like doing the same thing, go to the bar, watch football.
Right.
Just the women, the game, the same games women play over and over again. You know what they're trying to do.
Right.
So that was pretty much it, man. And this time around, I'm gonna be here for about 6 months, just getting my Spanish down. And yeah, man, Colombia is just a beautiful country. It's a very difficult country to leave.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
What inspired the channel, Black Men Travel?
Okay, so what really inspired the channel, man, was I went to Brazil, right? And when I got back, and I'm doing my research on Brazil because I'm about to do my a video about my trip in Brazil, and I'm going on these videos and I'm seeing white guys traveling, I'm seeing sisters traveling. And I said, man, you know what? Traveling the world is really different for black men more than anybody. The experience a white guy might have is not going to be the experience you have.
Right.
Right? Experience a sister's going to have is not going to be the experience you have at all. So I said, man, let me create a challenge specifically for black men so we can be able to network with each other, build with each other, and also make it easier to navigate around the world, because we're gonna be international with this right now.
Right.
So yeah, that's what inspired it.
And when I watch the channel, you not only talk about travel, I see you talk about finances. I see, so you definitely have a mix of the guests you have on, and the subject matter. You even had your Spanish teacher on. You had brothers talking about crypto. You got brothers talking about traveling. You're interviewing other content creators. So how long have you had the channel?
I've had the channel since 2016.
2016. Also, you came right back motivated, created a channel. How many? I know you got a lot of members. It's a Facebook group, right?
Right.
Tell them how many members you have and how it's grown in the last 6-7 years.
Yeah, we're approaching 5,000 members.
5,000 members.
5,000 members. Yeah.
And what do you get by being a member? Of those people that are interested, like what are the benefits you feel?
The biggest benefit is information. The information is just the information that goes on in that group, and entertainment, but information that goes on in that group, man, it's priceless, because you can save a lot of money and stop a lot of headaches if you ask questions to veteran travelers.
Right.
And then it's the thing that you got 5,000 black men on one platform. That's very powerful.
It is.
And we got a lot of things in the works as well, as far as group trips, getting discounts on different hotels and all types of stuff in 2021. So yeah, very beneficial to us.
So what kind of work are you doing to live remotely and afford to be here 6 months and then travel to
Well, I am what they call a swing trader.
Swing trader. Explain that to me, because I'm not too.
Well, a swing trader is somebody that takes temporary positions. We might buy a position for like $5, and our stock go up within, let's say, 3 days to even 3 weeks. It could be even a couple of months. But we really want our short-term positions, and we just kind of cash in and just keep it moving.
Okay.
It's the simplest form of stock trading. It's not necessarily day trading. It's not options trading or anything like that. It's just you buy at 5, sell at 10. You just buy a whole bunch of shares, you know.
Get in and get out.
Get in and pretty much get out. Temporary positions for the most part. I do have some type of long-term plays, but the way I set up, you know, my Robinhood and my Webull, and then I also have crypto as well. I trade a little crypto too. I'm able to kind of substantiate a living overseas because it doesn't cost that much to live overseas.
Right.
And it took me some time to learn trading. It's one of the things that you're never going to really master, but man, once you are able to let your money make you money, you'll get addicted and you'll start doing the research and you'll get better and better. Because I've lost money. I want to put that out there. I have lost money.
Right.
But once you start to get it, you start to get familiar with the type of companies that you like, and you know what type of news to look for in order to, you know, have price action, where to buy in at, where to get out at. You good, bro. I make money pretty much every day, Monday through Friday, every day.
That's good. Do you have maybe another side business with that type of information, or that's all included within the Black MenTravels group?
The Black MenTravels, we definitely share information about, you know, how we can make money, whether it be forex, stocks, investments. My boy Cardell is heavy in the real estate. So the network provides me with so much information that it makes it easier for not only me but other brothers to put themselves in a position to make money. Because when I post something in the group, like as far as credit repair, then they know to hit up my man's here for the credit repair.
Right, specialists in different areas.
Specialists in different areas, exactly. And then of course YouTube helps me as well.
Right, so you've been here how long so far?
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
And I've been chasing the brother around a little bit, trying to connect the schedule with him, but he's been trying to find better lodging for himself, I guess. And now he's here in this place. So tell me what it took for you to find a place where you want to stay for a while. Is this a place you want to stay for a while?
Yeah, most definitely. Man, a friend of mine who's been living out here for 2 years, we just, you know, I got tired of doing Airbnbs, you know, because Airbnbs, you know, there's a fee to it.
Yes.
And they just put their little cap on it, and it can get costly after a while.
Yes.
So we went around and we looked at like maybe about 10 apartments total, came up on this one, and yeah.
Did you use a realtor, or how did you search to find the apartments?
Well, the cool thing about Colombia is there are a lot of agencies that are willing to work with Americans, because if you just try to get an apartment just straight up out here, you got to have, I think, a Colombian ID, all types of stuff to get the internet on, to get the utilities on. So it's best to go through a company.
Okay, because definitely spoke to some brothers at Sweet Georgia Cafe, and they told me the difficulties with finding a place.
Exactly.
They felt it was very difficult. They felt that they asked them for too many months rent in advance, 6 months and another 6 months of security, and all this crazy stuff that they were telling me about. And I was like, would you mind coming on the channel and explaining that? But they didn't want to be on camera. So your situation sounds different, that you opted to use an agency to get around all of that?
Well, right. But the good thing about South America in general, overseas, pretty much everything outside of America and possibly Europe, is everything is negotiable. So they asked me for 3 months too, and my boy was like, okay, you want 3 months up front? All right, drop it to 1.4 million. You know, and he's like, oh no, it's too low. Well, you can't get 3 months up front.
Okay,
So you can negotiate, and you know, just negotiate with them, talk to them, wait them out, talk to them. They'll negotiate, because there's so many empty apartments in Colombia.
Do you mind giving an idea of what you're paying for this 2-bedroom? Is this in Poblado too?
Yeah, this is Poblado. Okay. Now, Poblado's a little expensive in comparison to most apartments. I even talked to a girl at the grocery store, nice place to meet women at too, by the way. And she was just saying, you know, you live out here, and she says it's way too expensive.
Right.
I said, I understand, but you know, American, I want to be around the Americans.
Right.
So this place right here, it's a 2 bedrooms, tapping around, you know, $800 a month, and that's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of steep, but I like the location. Right. Because if you go to Envigado, you know, it can be a little cheaper, you know.
Yes, that's what I hear. Most people, most expats who stay here for a while, 6 months, they end up in Envigado.
Envigado, yeah.
That's kind of like at the end of Poblado.
Right, it's on the borderline of Poblado, and it's a very nice area. I wish that if I found an apartment like that, I would have stayed out there, but I just happened to, when I found this one, I was like, I'm good, because I'm a, you know, somewhat big dude, and I like space, bro.
Right.
And if you know about Colombian apartments, space is not the most, you know, you might be in the bathroom, and you know,
Knees on the wall.
Knees on the wall in the bathroom out here, man. Like, the way they build some of these apartments is just far out. So, I like kind of like Americanized apartments to a certain degree. Right. Space, a TV in the living room, that's hard to find too. You definitely, it's very difficult to find a dryer out here. That's one of the things that just...
Yeah, so most of...
Yeah, right?
But this washing machine I have in the apartment I'm staying in, it has a setting called dry wash. And it's like a dryer.
Yeah.
I pressed it by accident. And I pulled that stuff out and it smelled clean, but it was dry. And I was like, what the hell happened? Even though it ran like an hour. And everything was in Spanish, so I didn't know what I was pressing.
Right. Yeah, the Colombian guy at the Airbnb, he told me about that setting too.
Right.
He's like, nah, man, just put it on the extra cycle when it's done. Put it on the extra cycle and then hang your clothes up.
No, this was warm, like dry. It was hot when I pulled it out.
You must have one of them newers.
Yeah, but I've seen that in more than one place.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's the future of the channel? It's a YouTube channel, it's a website. What's the future?
The future of Black Men Travels is helping brothers network and rebuilding an international Black Wall Street. That's my mission statement, that's my goal. I want to see brothers be able to liberate themselves out of the matrix financially and physically, right? And manifest whatever dreams they have. And I want us to be able to compete with other groups of men as well economically. I don't want us to continue to be, you know, I ain't gonna say we're at the bottom of the top pole, but I want us to dominate some industries like they dominate industries. Because when I was in Brazil, I'm on the beach, man, I'll never forget this. And I don't know if they still have it like that, but they got the flags in the buildings, right? So you might see the German flag on this building right here on Copacabana Beach. You might see the Swiss flag. Me and my boy, without me even saying anything, this is how powerful brothers is as far as connecting without even having to say anything.
Right.
And I'm like, where's our flag? You know, where's African American men? Where's our flag in the sand? Right. So that's what we're going for. That's our mission statement, to help rebuild an international Black Wall Street.
But 5,000 strong, there's a lot that can be done.
It's a lot that can be done.
Now, I mean,
that's like a mini military.
just everybody put some paper up and start getting property and stay in our own Airbnbs.
And that's exactly what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we've been talking about. But you gotta put the boots on the ground. This is why I'm out here.
Yes.
You know, lock down Colombia, lock down DR, lock down Brazil, eventually go to Africa and Asia. And that way, brothers be able to really be in a network to where the money is going back and forth between hands.
Right.
Because our money, as everybody knows, we got liquid money. And as soon as we get it, we give it to everybody else.
Right. But I definitely see brothers that are here and in DR supporting the Black businesses, the Black Americans in those countries with businesses, making an effort to support them. I don't know if there's anything there yet in Brazil or in Rio, but that would be another place where, you know, we got Sweet Georgia Cafe here, we got Kings, and you know what I'm saying, we got Treehouse in DR, you know, we got some brothers with some businesses in other countries, and another favorite is Brazil, Rio, and it's, you know, I don't know if there's a brother from the States that has a business out there to support as far as restaurants or anything else.
In Brazil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard too much too.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it's a brother got a spot in Sao Paulo.
In Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly.
But if he says, I'm gonna go check him out.
But you'll be surprised because you won't even be knowing a lot of some of these businesses be owned by brothers.
Yeah.
Even when I was in DR, I'm like, wait, brother own this? The brother own this? You know? Even it's a nice restaurant in Cartagena that a brother owned. I had met him at a little restaurant out here.
Mm. You
wouldn't even know his brother owned this nice restaurant.
Right.
So we around, we got some ownership. It's just that, we gotta kind of be low key and stuff. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Sometimes they act like they don't want us around.
Yeah, basically.
And why am I saying that? Because some of the insulting things people say in the comments and the videos, and I know it's probably just some random ignorant person, but that was a person that was willing to speak his mind, no matter, the consequences or lack of consequences because of social media, but people feel more brave to speak their mind.
Exactly.
In a comment.
Right, with no profile pic 9 times out of 10, and no videos.
Right.
But another thing that's funny about YouTube is, even though I specifically named my channel Black Man Travels, everybody watches it.
Yeah.
And then you get people that email me, hey, I'm not black, but I just wanted to know, I support the movement, great movement.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of sisters, I get a lot of emails, a lot of comments, and I be like, well, wow, y'all, like nobody's saying anything about y'all. It's just, they get really agitated when they see us with other black women from different countries, for the most part. Because most of us are like Afro-Latino, Afro-Brazilians, right?
Yeah.
You know how we are. We like, we like a little flavor.
You gotta have a little color,
we gotta like a little flavor. So, it is what it is, man. But that's how you know you're going in the right direction.
Right. Just some words of advice for people, because I see them in the comments. They're yearning to get out and travel. They're living vicariously through us. They're saying, yo, I can't wait. Any advice for people that are home, thinking about traveling, wanting to travel, what would you tell them?
I would say, get on your business, man. Create a company, create a brand, find your purpose, find your passion. That's the most important thing for men, in my opinion. And learn how to learn how to be financial savvy in the matrix. Because the good thing about us is that we are in America, where it's the most dominant capitalistic country in the world. Your dollar goes a long way. So fix your credit, try to master something. But for the main start, get your finances together. Good credit goes a long way. Business credit goes a long way. Having your own LLC to be able to protect yourself, from different legalities goes a long way. I try to tell brothers all the time, even if you don't have a company yet, still get your LLC, the tax write-offs and everything. Remember, this is a business, so this whole trip is a tax write-off. And
this LLC is a limited liability company, if you don't know what he's referring to.
Exactly.
So, my advice is, one, get your passport.
Oh yeah, that too.
And two, it's really not as expensive as you might think.
Exactly.
You can do it for the price of some Jordans and an outfit. You could travel to a different country.
Right. You really can. In this day and age with technology, you got your phone with you all the time. You can looking at tickets and all types of little deals to get out here. As far as, you can get Airbnbs, Ubers. When I see some of my bills, I be like, I'm thinking it's gonna be a big bill, right? Because I don't have a car out here. I see $1, $2, $3 rides.
Yeah. Yeah, and utilize your dollar value. It can be utilized better outside of the country.
Much better.
Yeah. Much
better. The exchange, we utilize the exchange rate, fellas. Real talk.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about being American is your passport and what you call it, the dollar, the American dollar.
And download the currency converter app, so you'll know what your dollar converts to, and you can go when you can get the best bang for your buck. Like right now, in Brazil, it's like 5.5, and it's the highest it's been in a long time. So the American dollar is very strong and to the real right now. So you can go down there and have a good time.
5.5?
Yeah.
You know, it was 3.3 when I was out there.
Yeah, because somebody else said the same. It's 5.5 right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so this is the year to get down there.
So $1,000 gets you pretty much 5,500.
Yeah, and you know, people are like, well, how much you think I need? I'm like, outside the wherever you're gonna stay, your lodging, a week, 500. You know, you'd be fine. Eating out every day as well.
Right.
The Ubers is like $1, you know, $1, $2, $3. That's it. You know, you stand in Copacabana, Ipanema, you can walk to any part of the beach, really. I mean, I've walked from LeBlanc back to Copacabana, so you can actually walk that whole thing. Let everybody know, for those that may not know, your YouTube channel, your website, Instagram.
Okay. The website is www.com. BlackMenTravels.com is the website. The YouTube channel is also Black Men Travels. The Facebook group is Black Men Travels as well. And you said Instagram. My Instagram is Faris CEO, Faris CEO on Instagram.
All right, thank you for your time, brother.
No problem, man. Hey, fellas, get those passports, man. I know we didn't cover women, but you know, y'all should know.
We got time. We could do that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean, tell them.
Hey, man, the women out here in Colombia are very beautiful, very classy. The same rules apply, you know, as far as just female nature, hypergamy and everything like that. But the thing I like about Colombian women is they're very approachable. You know, especially once you leave like the tourist areas. Some of them can be possessive, you know what I mean? But you gotta, it's that Latino passion, you know? So I love them, man. And they're gorgeous. Afro-Latinas, you know, all that. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
People ask me all the time, if I go down there, where should I stay?
If you go down to Medellin, I would say stay in Poblado. Stay in the Poblado area, start off so you can run into other Americans, mainly. Yeah, that would be.
Is there any differences between the women in Colombia, in your opinion, and the women in Brazil? Your two favorites.
Oh man, Brazil. It's funny because I had this same conversation just yesterday with a guy who actually lived out there for 4 years, and Brazilian women are amazing, man. There's a lot of similarities in Colombian and Brazilian women. I feel like Brazilian women are a little bit more aggressive, and they're a little bit more, they're gonna let you know, they're looking at you, they like you, they want to talk to you, versus here in Colombia, you got a cold approach, you got to talk to them. I mean, they choose a little bit, they, you know, they're odd, but to me, I feel like a Brazilian woman will approach you and take you out to eat, you know? So that's just some differences. The Brazilian women, you know, they're very exotic and beautiful, but both groups of women are super in shape, and you know they love us, man. You know, they love us, bro.
I mean, if it wasn't for COVID, I would really enjoy the kissing on both cheeks when they meet. It's very affectionate.
Yeah,
and, you don't see that. It's not kissing in the lips or nothing like that, but just the fact that they pull you in. They kiss you on both sides of your cheeks. Now, this was still going on, and I kind of felt a little weird at times.
So they still were doing that during COVID?
During COVID, they were still kissing on both sides of the cheek, with or without a mask. You know, it's just done. It's their culture, and I find that to be very affectionate. You know, and I noticed that the Brazilian women will touch you. Like they'll put their hands on you, touch your arm, touch your legs if they're sitting next to you, and actually if they're walking with you, they want to grab your hand. You know, so that's something I would say that's different as far as affection is concerned. They seem to be more affectionate than some of the other women I've encountered in other countries.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely, very, very affectionate. When you tell them to come over there, they're gonna sit right in your lap, you know. They're gonna make it be known.
I just came from Brazil last month, brothers. Put it on your list.
Put it on your list. Don't listen to dating coaches and all that stuff. Go on down there. I don't know why they're trying to
complicate things.
Complicate things. You know, they want you to buy their Mackin classes and their Mackin books, but we gonna get into that. I don't want no beefs, but
Yeah, just know that you're a man, she's a woman, and it's natural for us to like each other, feel each other, and get together. And the complications to me come when you just picking the wrong woman.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you gotta play all these games and all that stuff, you're just messing with the wrong woman or the wrong types of women.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right.
And fellas, I will say this real quick. Learn how to salsa, man. It is the most important thing out here. They will ask you, I stepped on so many women's feet, they're going to force you to dance or learn how to dance. They just want to know you're trying to learn how to dance.
So are you going to add the salsa class with the Spanish class?
I'm going to have to eventually.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to because it's just, that's like the second question they might ask or something in a real conversation with a Colombian woman.
And if you go to Cali, well, I'll play around with salsa a little bit. I know a little bit. I got a little rhythm. And you know, I've gone places in Cartagena in the club and just dance a little salsa, and girls like, oh, you know how to dance a little. I catch on quick, even with the bachata, the Dominican girls. But when I went in the club in two places, in Cuba and in Cali, Colombia, I sat my ass down because they really know how to salsa. And if it ain't no playing around, learning on the spot. Like, they're intense, rhythmic, moving fast, swaying the hips. I mean, don't go to Cali and you can't play with salsa in Cali, and you can't play with salsa in Cuba. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. and I got a homeboy that know how to salsa, so he get all the attention, you know. Like, as soon as we have a little get together, he start salsa, and all the girls just automatically, I'm forgotten about, you know. So it's important. Believe it. It's important.
I mean, I see one of my Cali videos, and I don't really know how to salsa, but everybody else was sitting down, and I had to dance with a couple girls.
Yeah.
So get your salsa up.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you for your time.
All right, man.
Y'all check out his channel, Black Men's Travel. Watching Barber World TV. Peace.